anything better than a trip getting ready.
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiend, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text with friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talking with Donato.
Welcome in, everyone. Episode 59. Knows the News is the name. And our guest is Texas Hood Star News. We are the day after Christmas. How you doing the day after Christmas?
Man, I'm doing good. Ready for the new year to come in with these new things I got coming in.
Yo, the new year always brings in a lot of excitement. I know everybody always wants to, you got the New Year's resolutions. You want to start working out. You want to eat better. You want to travel. What would you say is the biggest thing coming into 2024 that you want to get to?
I want to get to expanding my craft to not just working with hip hop. I want to work with all different type of music people. But I started off in the hip hop scene, but now I want to venture off into rock and roll, live music. I want to do more stuff than just hip hop.
Yo, that's exciting. We're going to come back and we're going to get into all that because that's exactly, I was hoping you would say something like that. That was one of my questions. You stole it, but that's all right then. That means we vibing. That's an alley-oop I'm going to throw you a little bit later then. All right, so for those who want to know, Texas Hood Star News, how did this come about? Like, when did you think this up?
I'm not going to lie. I've been in the music game. I came out of prison in 2016. I got in the music game. It was like I was doing so much bad. Like, I was doing bad, right? Doing a lot of negative shit. And so it was like, I can keep doing negative and I can keep going down the road, or I can switch something up and try something. But people don't understand is I took in high school, I took an elective class, camera class in school.
Yeah.
So people don't understand. You just can't be a photographer in the hip hop game. Like, you just can't do that. You got to be different. So I was a photographer, right? I was working with all these different type of people, man. I've been working for like all different type of people as a like just putting on for their brand. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting on for other people. So one day, I used to work for another magazine, but my homeboy used to work for them. Rest in peace, Jacory. Jacory used to work for this magazine called Hood Star, and I'm from Texas, right? So I was like, Texas Hood Star News. I'm always in the mix. I'm a paparazzi. I do journalism.
Yo, that was that was a given. It just seemed like it all flowed together for you to do that.
Yes.
So I got to come back to something. When you talking about your craft, like some of us, we got to get the new Jordans. Some of us think we got to get something. How often do you try to upgrade your stuff? Like, you got a camera, right? I'm sure you got a favorite, but then what do you think? Like, you feel like every 2 years, every 3 years, you got to go through, or can you hold one piece of equipment and maybe upgrade lenses and stuff? How's that work with you?
I may keep a camera and just upgrade my lens. It's not about your camera. It's about your lens.
Oh.
You can have a $30 camera and have a $1,200 lens, and that shooting everything you need to.
Okay. All right. Okay. I didn't know that. So do you still work with maybe one of the first cameras you started out with?
No, I don't have that camera no more. I don't have that camera no more. But the first camera I like is the Canon. That's the easiest camera to use. It's a Canon.
Yeah, I was gonna start there. That's the one I was gonna guess with. And then, how many lenses would you work with?
Right now, I have two. I can't think off the top of the name, but there are two. I have like a portrait one for portraits, and I have one for wide.
Okay, all right. So you said that you got started doing this. I'm still curious though. So the class got that elective that you took?
Where I'm from, like, you have to take electives, right? I had a teacher. So when I was in school, I didn't know this was to be like something in life that I would use, but they taught us this in school, an elective. Like, you have to take one of these classes to graduate. So the stuff I used in class, I took it into the music scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Working in the music scene, what would you say was the best thing that was able to get you your start? Did someone invite you somewhere? You stumbled into a spot?
I would say there's this dude named Mark Jackson. He went to UT, and he had this group called Spade Boost, and I was his camera guy. So he put me in the scene to where I got to be around Royalties Radio with Q Carter and Miss Jaywalk, and I got to learn from them. So I learned from them. I just got the game, and I just put my own sauce to it.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, I'm gonna ask you this thing here. Is there a problem when like you're working in the music biz? Like, I feel like they're artists, they're entertainers. They want to be seen. They want some pictures. Or sometimes do they see you as just paparazzi and they don't really want to, you know, you got a shot right now, but they ain't feeling it right now. Does that happen?
Yeah, like some people, they judge you because they know you got motion, but they hear other stuff from other people. So they like, but then when they see you start doing something, then they try to, oh, bro, nah.
Yeah, because it's your vision, right? That's what you do. You ain't in the studio trying to tell them what lyrics to change, right?
But they'll catch on. They gonna catch on.
Yo, so then you decided to start your social media presence. How did that come about? Did you already have some influences? You had some people that were helping you with that? How did you get this off the ground?
I always had I'm the networking in Austin. Everybody would tell you I'm the networking guru. Like, I love the network. Like, if you don't network, you're not doing nothing. Like, you have to go out and network and build your brand. Like I say, I've been working with all these other people, so they always gave me the game. And you think I'm just going to not learn from this?
Yeah.
You think I want to work for you forever?
Yeah. All right. So you said Texas Hood Star News. Where did you start out? Where do your Texas roots come from?
From Austin, Texas. I'm from Austin. My dad's from Austin. My mom's from Central Texas, from Taylor. You know, and it just, when my parents died at a young age. My mom and dad died when I was an infant, so I got put in foster care. So I left Austin and came this way. But my roots are from Austin. I have family ties in the music business in Austin, you know, so I'm very plugged in. It just, now I got my own business. I'm not working for nobody. Yo,
that's a good feeling. I mean, that's the part that I was impressed. So I appreciate you taking this time to meet with you, because I like entrepreneurship. I like people that's out here and they don't have to deal with nobody else. They got their own mix. So you said that you had some time when you were incarcerated and now you working for yourself. For those that would be listening to this, what would be some of the things that you could pass along to help others? You the fuel, yo. You don't even understand. Like, some of us, we getting hype off of just hearing that you got your own thing. Like, what could you pass along to us to keep us, our head moving forward towards that?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I come from poverty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from the trenches for real, bro. It's like, I'm making a way out for me and my family and the other people that's behind me. Like, I don't care if it's school. The people in school said I wasn't gonna be shit. Now it's like, I got the juice. Y'all want to be in my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I just learned. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this. Every day you wake up, if you're not learning, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta learn every day. That's why we went to school for 12 years. You gotta learn still. If you're not picking up a book, what are you doing? You just on your phone every day? You going, like, I don't know. I just like to learn, man. I like to achieve goals. I set goals for myself. So if you don't set a goal for yourself and you don't achieve that first goal, how you gonna achieve the second goal?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
I do some talking. I'm based out of here in Austin. I go to high schools. I talk to youth, and I'm always trying to help people. Yo, I ain't gonna never say like one path is the best. I ain't gonna say you gotta go into the military. I ain't gonna say you gotta go to college. But what I do say is I always give them 3 rules. First, you got to know yourself. Know what you're good at. Know what you're bad at. So if you got those strengths and weaknesses, you could fix those weaknesses. The second thing is I tell them is set goals. And you just said that. You got to set your goals, follow those goals. Sometimes you may have to take a quick detour, but that just is a step to the left, a step to the right. You might need to avoid something, but you can still keep pressing forward after that. What would you say when you was trying to move towards your goals? What was one of the biggest things that was a setback that made you step to the side, but you knew that was just a little little setback, but you still want to move forward. What was one thing?
What I learned is, I really learned it was this year. Matter of fact, what I learned is in the industry this year that I have to stop being friendly with people because people are not your friend. They just use you for clout. They
Yeah.
use your name for clout until like they can't get nothing out of it, and they'll try to throw dirt on your name. One thing I learned is everybody ain't your friend. That's what I learned.
No doubt. No doubt. I understand that. What about that first thing that I always start to tell the kids, knowing about your strengths and weaknesses? Now, I already like what you said, that every day is a learning opportunity. You're supposed to be trying to do that. What would you say your strengths were and your weaknesses? Because it sounds like you weren't going to let no weakness stop you. So let's start with the strengths. What are your strengths?
My strength is that, like, everybody that I post, any article that I do, I make them happy because nobody's doing what I'm doing. Like, I'm getting your story out there. Like, I'm helping you build your career, you know? So that's a strength to me, man. Like, I feel good when somebody say, hey, cameraman, I appreciate you doing that. Nobody doing that like what you doing. You're getting people stories out. Like, nobody in Austin's doing this. Like, I let that's a strength in me. I let it make other people happy. I let it see an artist. Like, they know they can't get say cheese, but they know the Texas Hood Star News is gonna make them like, I'm gonna make you good. Like, I'm gonna make you do numbers.
Yeah, I like that. So empowering others is what I gather from that. You helping people, you're that wind in their sails to help push them forward. And I appreciate that you do that, because sometimes as a people, we like crabs in a bucket. And it ain't, almost to your point, it ain't ever about trying to help somebody else. It's about what can I get? And I don't care if anybody else get anything that helps them move ahead. It's about what can I get? How can I pull that person back down so I could get ahead? So what would you say when you started this? What were some of those weaknesses? Some things that you know you had to tighten up. Some things you still working to tighten up.
So there's that. I'm not perfect, you know. So it's like, I know I'm gonna have people. There's people that hate. There's right now. There's people that hate on my brand because they say I dropped somebody else's brand, right? But I didn't drop this other person's brand. He's not doing what I'm doing. He's not dropping articles like I dropped. He's not engaging with the artists. You know, I'm like, I speak for Texas. You know what I'm saying? That brand, they don't speak for Texas. I speak for Texas. You know, and it's like the weakness that I had in the cracks, people trying to steal my sauce. I had to cut people off, and it, like, there's somebody that's working with me that, you know what I'm saying, he been knowing me since before I started this, you know. And he gave me my first interview, you know what I'm saying. This is my second one, but like, me and him, we week out the people that we know are not doing this they doing it for the money. I do it for the culture, you know. So I know what the you know.
All right, Texas Hood Star News. Man, you got some work cut out for you. This is, you ain't even got to step out of Texas. The state is so big. The amount of artists, I could just imagine, like, every day you probably, every week you probably finding out about a new artist. That, I mean, you know, and at a point you probably just jot it down and be like, all right, I'm gonna have to get back. I'm gonna write this down right now. I'm gonna get back to them. You know?
I do though. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I do though. I do.
Yo, all right. So then, what's it? I told you this was gonna be friendly, right? I'm about to get into your chest right now. I'm gonna throw some hard stuff at you right. Yo, what do you like? What do you like, man? Where do you like to work? You like Austin? You like to work in San Antonio, Dallas, Houston? Where's your favorite spot?
Texas, period, bro. Like,
okay,
Texas,
all right.
I love Texas. I'm not gonna say I love Austin because I've been all over Texas already, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Texas, period, bro. There's so many artists out here. They got different styles in these small towns. Like, there's like small towns that got these good artists, but they don't got that push or they don't got the money. You know, like, artists out here. It just, you know.
So I was wondering about that. So I know I made the joke that I was trying to get into your chest, but I actually thought that if you would have said something like Houston, that's the third largest city in America. I actually thought that makes it, that's a detriment. I thought that would be something that makes it harder for you to work because it's so overpopulated. There's so much competition. The artists have so many other distractions or commitments that it may be harder for you out there. But then you said something about the small towns, and I didn't even really think about that. I immediately thought about the big towns, but something tells me working in a small town is almost easier because I bet them people are hungry. They know that this is an opportunity to project themselves, to find somebody that works throughout all of Texas. Am I right with that? That sometimes that small town flow is a little, I don't want to even say easier.
It's like the person, okay, you got to think about it. A person in the city got all this motion, right? Then out of nowhere, they see this person doing the same thing in the city's doing. He got the same motion you got, but he's just in a country town.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, how do you help someone though? So we was talking about projecting themselves, right? I know these people, they doing it for the art. But how about when you come across them, you ever come across somebody, and I'm going to say sometimes it's the small town people, that maybe they don't understand what they got to do to get out of that? Like maybe they not comfortable. At this point, they still thinking, nah, I got to own my city. I got to own this little area first, and then I'm gonna do it. But they may not understand that it's time to grow. Do you come across that?
Yeah, like I come across artists all the time. It's to where like, how you would say it? Artists think that their town supposed to support them. It's not your town. Your town is not going to support you in what you got going on. It's the people outside your town. If you get the people outside your town, then you bring them to your town.
Yeah.
You know, so your people in your town not going to support you. They'll look at your video all day, won't like it, won't share it. No, so they like it's part of the game.
So what you explaining to them is, let's say you from a small town called Unique, Texas. Cats over in Houston ain't never heard of that. They don't know nothing about it. But then they see your flow. They want some of that. They want to eat that. But that artist would never know that if they don't get themselves, they don't project themselves out. Versus, I would imagine all the other people in your town, to what you're saying, and Unique, man, we used to this. Like you ain't impressing us necessarily because we know you. We knew you in high school. Some of the things you saying, we done seen you at a couple of talent shows. You know, we maybe heard you on local radio or something. Like we get it, but we ain't like hype to share it. Versus some cat over in Houston be like, oh, yo, I ain't never seen. I don't even know where this person from, but I like that flow. This is new to me. Let me share. Let me pass this along to somebody. I believe that is one of the issues that needs to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to get consumed by other locations.
Yes. You got to branch out and network. You have to.
All right. So when you're talking about networking, if I was a young artist, let's say I'm spitting it, yo, at my high school, I don't want the talent show 3 weeks in a row. What I got to do next? What you're saying I should do? Because I feel like I'm confident. My skills is nice. People see me, but I don't really know where to go next. What do they do?
Like if you're doing it like that, now you got to go promo, go put flyers out. Like you got another show coming up. Go on corners with a microphone, a Bluetooth. You know what I'm saying? Take this like people video. Be like you on the side of an intersection somewhere in your town with a Bluetooth.
Yeah. Yo, that's hot right there, man. I would say that's the groundwork. I feel like that's the stuff that you build from. People come up to you, they gonna ask you questions. Yo, where you from, man? What you putting that stuff out? Okay, I like that. All right, so let's go back to you. Yo, you was in foster home, yo.
It wasn't really like a foster home. It's my mom and my dad died, so my mom's sister adopted me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So took me to foster care, and I was raised by her.
All right. So shout out that. So that was auntie right there.
Yes, sir. That's my mother and my auntie.
Okay, shout out. Is she still with the Land of the Living right now?
Yeah, she's still kicking it, man. She's still kicking it.
What she say now? When she see what you doing right now?
Okay, Mom, I'm keeping gangster with you. My mother, she's from the cotton picking days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she really not in tune to the social media stuff. Or is that I'm not doing this for nothing that I get rich. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I'll be able to get rich from this. You know? That's all it is. Not really about getting rich. It's just, she don't understand. I just do this just to do it, just to get people's stories out. Like, they can pay Say Cheese that much. I can do it too.
Yeah. So you have to, it sounds like you got to do a lot of explaining to auntie. You got to be like, this is what happened. Like, this was an achievement that I made. I just made 10,000. I just had 20,000. You got to explain. You got to explain it each and every time,
Yeah, bro. She's old school. She's old school.
Yeah, I understand, man. I understand. Hey, did you make her an account? Like, maybe so she could, like, every now and then.
Yeah, my auntie don't do this phone stuff. She watch Young and the Restless every day.
She said, "Baby, you can just tell me about it, but I ain't gonna be following you."
The little videos or the little pictures I do, the articles, and she be like, "Okay."
So what would you say is the best part? It sounds like you got the photography. It sounds like, man, you multifaceted. You write the articles. What would you say is the part you like the most? Is it the writing?
Is it I like to write because I get to find out who you are. I get to ask you 5 questions and I get to find out who you are. I just not like, okay, everybody know you as a rapper, right? But now I get to know you first as such and such. Now the fans get to know you. So I get to know you and your fans really get to know you. They just don't know you by your YouTube name and your Instagram name. Now they know you.
Yeah. Hey, what would you say about a person that doesn't understand? I feel like there are some people that they do it, they love it, but they don't understand the usefulness of someone like you when you try to get it out. Like that, like there's hard interviews, there's hard times where they may not get it. How do you attack that?
When they like they don't get it, I act like this. I'll send somebody a question, right? Can they answer my article question? They don't write back or whatever, so I get back to you. It's just that they don't understand it because they're not an artist.
Right.
Like if you're an artist, you understand it. You just can't be not even say an artist, you gotta be an entertainer. They're entertainers, they understand this. An artist, you're just an artist. An entertainer, you could be an artist and a movie. That's an entertainer. Like you could be a rapper and a movie actor. That's an entertainer. So people that answer them questions, they know what I'm doing, and when they answer them questions, that's what I know when people understand. If they don't answer, they don't send it, they really don't understand what they're doing, and they just doing this just to rap. They're just doing it because they don't understand. If you rapping or whatever you doing, if you're in the music business or entertainment business, you gotta come see me.
Yeah.
You got to. You got like you can't move around me, go past me. You gotta come see me. That's what they don't understand. They will though, but it's part of it.
Yo, what's your inbox look like, yo? I would imagine a lot of people be hitting you up. I mentioned it earlier that there's a lot of artists. There's a lot of talent in Texas. How do you make your decisions, man? How do you make these moves? Do you like to start with the small cats first and then move to the big? You like to do one big, one small? How do you decide?
I don't discriminate, bro. Like big artists, a media, he could be like the other day, a 13-year-old kid hit me up, right?
Yeah.
This kid from Austin, 13-year-old can rap. He sent me a video of him and a gun. I'm like, hey, I don't post guns on my page. You know what I'm saying? Like, send me another one. Like, I don't discriminate, bro. Like, I don't care what age you are, what race you are. If you're good, you just trying to, like, you don't got to be good. Like, I like music, I'm a post. I try to give everybody a fair chance.
Hey, so, Afrotech came to Austin, and that was a big deal. But they leaving. They ain't coming back next year. Afrotech is going to go to Houston instead of coming to Austin. What say you about things like that? How does Austin compete when, like, we got Dallas, Fort Worth, we got Houston. How do you see that when it comes to Austin and opportunities in Austin, Texas?
One thing I'm gonna say about Austin, like Austin supports the music, but they don't support the music. You get it? Like they support, like, okay, South by, right? They love South by because South by that's the money maker. Like,
right.
The money maker. If it ain't no money maker, like they're not seeing money like that.
They don't want it.
They don't. It's like this to them.
Yeah.
Like if it ain't like on that type of money, they not seeing that type of dollars or that type of engagement. They don't care about it.
Walk on by, huh? They ain't even interested.
They don't go. You go to Dallas, go to San Antonio. We don't care. You know, we already got what we want. We got our money, like consistent money. They know that's gonna come in more and more and more. Cause South by it gets bigger.
Yeah, it do.
Bigger.
Yeah, it do. That's enough. They almost at this point, because of the dollars that brings in and the interest. Yeah, and if it's still growing, that's about all they need. That's why they don't need the new stuff.
It's like why we need another something else with music. We got one that come once a year where we make over millions of dollars and brings like trillions of dollars that comes to Austin during that time.
Yeah. Yo, I'm curious, man. What is going to be the thing that helps a person understand that they need to expand themselves? Again, so I gave that example. You know, I do. You said it yourself. Like, I'm a rapper, right? But I don't understand that I need to be an entertainer, because I feel like, yo, in my cipher, in my areas, everybody know I'm nice. I'm good. You know, I'm kind of good with what I am. Don't you think there's an obligation for that person to start wanting to entertain, to open themselves up? What do you think about that? Someone who just says, man, I'm just a rapper. I'm just doing it for the art.
I'm gonna say like this. Look at Ludacris.
Yeah.
That's a prime example. He rapped for a little minute, and then he went to movies.
Yep.
He's good for life. He know that he learned his craft. Like, you got to learn your craft in the game. Like, there's some artists that can just be a rapper, right? But your music can't. If your music not selling like that, you got to switch it up and go do a movie or something. Go something like.
Yeah.
It's something, man.
Yo, so we at the end of 2023. Tell us, what was one of the biggest things that happened to you through this year? Was there an interview? Was there a concert you went to? I'm just kind of curious. What was the best interview you had in 2023? What was the best concert you went to in 2023?
2023. Okay. My best concert I'll say is Little Flip, right? Little Flip. He used to come to Taylor, where I'm from. He used to be out here. Like, he knows Taylor very well, like to the T.
Yeah.
So South by came. Jay King had a show with him doing South by. Jay King invited me up there with some promo stuff to do the media stuff for South by with him and somebody else was there. But shook his hand. I'm like, I'm from Taylor, and then boom, he doing a live freestyle. Then he shouts out Taylor in the freestyle. So that was a video and stuff. So he So that gave some more momentum to me and for my town where I'm from, that I'm still putting on for my town. He knows about us, so
yeah,
that was good. And the interview, I really haven't had one, because I know everybody I'm doing interviews with. I'm just waiting to get an interview with somebody that I don't know that hits me. I'm like, hey, man, that I like. Like, hey, I've been seeing you working. Can I get an interview from you? So I'm really waiting on that. Be something new before this year end. I hope that happens from a big artist out of Texas. Be like, hey, I've been watching. I've been following you. Can I get an interview in?
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't grow up in Texas. I moved here, and I'm gonna tell you, man, there's some heat coming out of Texas that back on the East Coast where I'm from, cats is hitting me up, and they like, wait, what? So Big X the Plug, Mexican OT, those are the two that people keep hitting me up on, and they asking me where these dudes been at. What would you say is
been out? They just
different?
They've been in rapping though. You just now they're getting out there now.
Right. So that's kind of what I'm saying. I feel like in the last couple of years, I feel like there's a lot of attention. I'm not saying people are just finding out about Texas, but I'm just saying for these two, what do you think was the big thing that took them national? I mean, of course, we know
that Johnny Dang song that Mexican T made, and
then
that Texas song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to think about it. Like I tell everybody now, all these rappers that was like Zero, Trey, Slim Thug, Paul Wall. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Any rappers, the rappers out of Texas, that big ones out of Texas, they're getting old now. They're getting old. So who got to take over the game? Messi, Big X the Plug, Quinn out of Austin. You know, like, you know, these people, like there's artists that's coming up. You know, it's their time now. Them old heads, they did their justice. They did their thing for Texas. Now it's the youngsters to put on for Texas. And that's what Mexican OT, Big X the Plug, Quinn doing.
Yeah. So now that it's on the map, now that the heat is here, now that people are watching and they realize the talent that stays within this state's borders, what do you think Texas can be going forward? I think there could be an explosion and they could even separate themselves from that Atlanta scene. I think that there's an opportunity for Texas to explode. What would you say?
Yes, we are. If you're not keeping up with it right now, you see what Jay-Z said about Sauce Walker, right?
Nah, what'd he say?
That Sauce Walker is like, he salutes Sauce Walker. Like, Sauce Walker is like that dude. You know?
Okay.
Like, he saluted him. Like, he made a post or something about it. Jay-Z was like, he was saluting Sauce Walker. So Texas is going up. Like, I feel like 2024, we're about to separate ourselves from all the other people. You got to think about it. They already come to Texas for South by.
Yep.
Like, we already got our own motion. But now it's like we fell off for a while, but now we're coming back.
So we have international followers. I'm sure you and I both. But I'm a little curious. What if somebody don't know nothing about Texas? How would you describe to them that Texas flow, that Texas rap scene? Well, like what's the differences between that Texas style, them California boys, them ATL boys? Like what's some of the differences? How would you describe it?
It's like Pimp C said best. They all steal our flow. They all, like, you got to think about it. Where they get the drink from? Texas. They come from that slow down music.
Yeah.
Texas. Like, we started all that. They just stole our style and ran with it. Like, Pimp C said it best, man. That's all I can say. Like, everybody got their own flow, but that little slow down music and drinks in their cups, that style they get from that type of music, they get it from us.
2024. I know it's going to be here quick. What's the next Monday? There's going to be a lot of people trying to do things in 2024. Tell me one thing that you're excited about, a goal in 2024 that you want to work to, a big goal.
2024, my goals are to work for is to be the best street media, like, blog that I can be, like journalism, to be the best I can be for Central Texas. Because like I said, I have the hottest brand out here in Central Texas right now. So it's like 2024, I have to push it, get more ads out, like see it on billboards, like it's Austin and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I just have to push it more. We're pushing it, but we have to push it more than we ever have before.
Okay, I feel that. Yo, I like your emblem, man. How did you come about that? Did you find an artist and let them just work towards it? How'd you get that? What was the story?
What's that?
Your emblem.
Oh, the emblem.
Yeah.
I got two of them. I have two logos. This one is the regular one for like you gotta have a regular one. Then we got the urban one, the urban logo. It just, somebody know what I've been doing this for a long time, and they was like, we're gonna make your logo for you. And so they made two logos for me. They made the Texas Hood Star News one, the regular one, and then we made the urban one for like the urban news, if you know what I mean by urban. They got the regular one and the urban one. So it's something cool, man. Somebody blessed my game with that.
Yo, I mean, you literally, for those who don't, you'll see it on the podcast, on the thumbnail, but you literally have Texas. It looks like it's dripping. Like it just seems like it's amazing, man. And then you got the skyline right behind it. That was well done, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I immediately said, "Oh, as an artist, I like to do a little artwork," but I thought this was genius. I really like what you did there. So it's dripping, man. Is that what the best way to describe it's dripping?
Yeah, you'll say like it's like the syrup, like we pouring the syrup.
Yeah,
like how Texas, we're known for syrup and drinking, so it's dripping. Dripping for Texas right now. I'm trying to put on for Texas in a major way, man.
All right, so you had a breakdown. For those who may want to know how you got to Texas Hood Star News. What's the Texas? What's the hood? What's the star? What's the news? Like what's the background of that?
It just Texas, the background for Texas Hood Star News is Texas, right? You got to think about Texas is so big. And so I had to break it from corner to corner to corner. From I'm going to get artists from all over. I don't want to go out. Like I will do articles on people outside of Texas, but I'm just covering Texas. That's where I'm from. Like I love Texas. And then the hood, there's so many hoods in Texas. There's just not a hood here. There's hoods everywhere. There's all different type of races in a hood. And then news, they need to get their news out. So I'm just getting people news out that need to be heard. There's every hood in Texas, not just in Austin, Dallas, the big cities. There's hoods everywhere. And I'm just covering all over Texas. There's a lot of people that be hitting me up, man.
And then you said star. When it comes to the star,
and then everybody's a star to me. Like you're a star. Like it's a star. We're Texas, the Lone Star State. You are a star. You got to believe in yourself.
Yeah, I like that. Yo, that's profound, dog. You can't get more Texas than the name. And I wanted to highlight that. I wanted people to see the genius of that, the way you had it broken down. And it's not just something that you threw together, but there's some meaning behind that. So I appreciate you going through that. All right. So what type of collabos have you done? I would imagine that there has been some heat. Some people have said, "Hey, let's work together." Have you done collabs?
I work with people. I haven't really done a collab yet.
Okay.
I've been working with people. I'm trying to do a collab on a show. I really want to work with Miss Megan. She's out of Houston. Miss Megan, she's the MILF of Texas. She's the hottest manager, and like she used to be Sauce. I don't know if she still is or but she was Sauce Walk's manager and stuff.
Yeah.
So she's great, and that's one collab that I want to do is with Miss Megan.
Yeah.
I feel like she can help me and I can help her in a way, because I'm trying to be what she doing. That's who I'm trying to be.
Yeah. Yo, what's the next thing, man? Like, what do you see on the horizon? Do you see that there's an opportunity for what? You see any festivals that are small right now that you think is going to get big? You see, you know about anybody trying to build festivals? Like, where are we going next, man? With your ear to the street, what's next?
What's next, man? All I can say is take it one day at a time and see where God leads us, man.
Yeah. Yo, I have a lot of people that I know, me living in Texas, a lot of them want to move here. A lot of them want to come here. what would you say if a person is even interested? I can't say they all trying to move to Atlanta anymore, but a lot of people trying to come to Texas, man. Being a Texan through and through, what would you say to those people that are trying to make that decision? How would you convince them to come to Texas?
Everything's bigger in Texas, you know. You worry about a little cold, but it be hot out here, you know. But one thing, if you do move to Texas, it's a different world. Like, we're our own. Like, anything you need, we have it here. Like,
so you do want people to understand that we're more than just Houston. That Dallas in its own self, that Dallas Fort Worth, a lot of people don't even understand how big that is. Like I said, we know number 3 in the nation is Houston. Dallas Fort Worth is a megaplex, yo. That ain't even a real word, but yo, it's humongous up there. But let's talk about some of the smaller places. Man, tell me something about El Paso, because a lot of people don't know nothing about El Paso.
That's crazy you said El Paso. My auntie stays out there in El Paso. I've never been out there, but she stays out there though. It's like, only thing I know, it's like a desert. It's like deserty and dry, and they have dirt storms and stuff like that. So yeah, it's wild out there. My cousin out there right now for Christmas.
So we gotta all you El Paso artists, y'all gotta get in touch with him. Y'all gotta let him know what's out there in El Paso. Give him a reason to come out there to El Paso and see what y'all putting on. They call themselves
out there.
They call themselves, they got a star out there. They so you know, they right across the border from Juarez, Mexico.
Yeah.
And they known for putting a star in lights on the mountain. It's beautiful, yo. Like it's a beautiful occurrence out there. So shout out to El Paso. I spent a lot of time out there, man. There's some good peoples. I think that there would be a lot of hidden talent that people don't even know about. I done did a lot of clubs, did a lot of dancing out there. I do a lot of Latin dance. So I've been in a lot of different spots, man. And I believe El Paso is a hidden jewel. And I think it's just because, like you said, Texas is so big and they so far west, I think they get overlooked. Because if you're going to El Paso, you gotta want to go to El Paso. Like you gotta
Odessa, and it's just right by El Paso.
Yeah. So you that's gotta be intentional. You gotta want to do that. All right. So how do you make sure to I'm gonna ask you the flip of what I just said. How do you make sure that you stay diverse? How do you keep from the DFW, the Houston, the San Antonio? How do you keep them from constantly grabbing your attention and pulling you over there? Is that hard? Is that a challenge?
Nah, because like I got people that's out there that I know that's in the music scene, so I go back and forth. So it's like if I need to chill out from there for a little minute, I'll die down from with them because I know I need to work on the San Antonio scene right now. And I go to the scene and I come back to Austin. So I just go around it like in a triangle.
Dang. I feel like there's a lot of history in the music, in the Texas music game. Where would you say the start was? I mean, let me give you my answer and see if you agree. I'm an East Coast dude. For us, it was Scarface, it was the Ghetto Boys. That caught our attention. So where would you say the start was for Texas music?
What I'll say is the South in Texas. So like somewhere like by Houston or in Houston somewhere, somewhere down that way. That's what I'll say. I really don't know too much. I know a little history of it, that's for the older ones, but I'll say from the young point, from me being in the game and being around older heads, I'd say somewhere down south in Texas, like by Houston or somewhere down that way. A small like Smithville or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Tell me, how do you make all these decisions when you get an artist and you want to take some pictures? I mean, I'm looking at your page. Yo, one of my homies, I work with the station at DJ Slice. I see you got something with him. But like, how do you make those decisions when it comes to the pictures, the images that you captured? Because as I scroll, I look and it all looks different, man. It looks like you got different visions. How do you do that?
Okay, like some of the pictures on that page, those are pictures like we get from their page. But like what you saying is like me as a camera person taking a picture.
Yeah.
I like to capture you in your highest element. Like you could be jumping up and down. I'm gonna catch you like that, jumping up and down or something.
Yeah.
You could be yelling in a mic, talking to the crowd, or there's a DJ or an artist, or you're dancing, whatever you're doing. I'm gonna catch you in your moment. That's cause like me catching you in your moment and you seeing that picture, you be like, man, I look like that when I'm like that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know your peers, other bloggers, other photographers. What would they say about you? How would they describe you?
I don't know, man. You know, there's some like I look up to, but I don't talk to them. Like there's cameras in the game in Austin that I look up to. You know, like K Fresco. I feel like he's the livest camera dude. Like he has a song with Lil Baby. Who's the camera guy that has a song with Lil Baby?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like K Fresco, like I love K Fresco because I watched his journey. This man used to push HEB baskets to now he's full-time camera guy now. Like he's full-time. That's what he do 24/7. So like I mess with him. Then Dan the Man, you know, like Dan the Man, he has his own style of camera. Like he got his own studio and like I don't know, man. I don't know what they'll say about it. I never asked them, you know. That's good. I wonder what they'll say though. You know,
yeah.
I don't know.
I always like to ask my guests. I believe in 6 degrees of separation. If you're not familiar with that, it just means like somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. So I want to know in your circle, who's the most interesting person you know, and what would you do to help me get them on this podcast? I'm not saying they don't have to be the most famous. If they are, okay. I'm not saying they gotta be the richest.
CNF Bucket. I don't know if you heard of CNF Bucket, man. That's the artist that I push. Like I pushes him to the T. He's from Elgin, Texas. I don't know if you know Elgin.
Oh yeah, I do. I was just talking to the mayor. I know the mayor.
Okay, there's this dude in Elgin named CNF Bucket. He's an artist and he has his own clothing brand. It's cool. It's cool and flyer. Like right now it's wintertime, right?
Yeah.
A whole jumpsuit. You'll be fly. I swear to God. And he raps. You know what I'm saying? Like he's live. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I pushed him to the T. Like he's one artist that I push to the max. You'll see. If you look on my page, you'll see that.
Okay. So what would you do to help me? You put in a word?
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, bro, he likes this type of stuff. You know, he'll like this. Like, he loves podcasts and he wants to be on more of these. Like, we did one with Pop. Our last one we did was with Pop Austin. You know, so, you know, he likes this.
Yo, I really like that, man. I had an interview with the mayor, and she brought 2 council members. And we had a good time, man. Matter of fact, I made a pod. I got a pod episode about that. But it was we had a lot of fun. The energy was amazing. We got to link up again, man. And I gotta go do something on site over there in her city.
Hey, it's nice there. It's different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you just reminded me. I got to get back over there to them. All right. So as we get to my last few questions here, I would want to say, what would you want to put out to all the listeners? What would you want to say is your mantra or your motto or your vision? If they wanted, some of them, they just learning about you for the first time here. You know, this podcast might have got passed along to somebody. One of your followers passed it to somebody else. But like, how would you want to maybe introduce them to you and your mantra, the way that you do things?
one, I'm gonna say, stop the violence, right?
Yeah.
Then, it just like I'm just here to help people, bro. That's
Yeah.
all I'm here to do. I'm just here to try to get people. Like I know how to get exposure for people, so I'm here. Like they don't want to pay that money to say cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$25 over here, or if you ain't got it, I'll still work with you, and we'll get you numbers. So just all I'll say is just stop the violence and let's get to it.
Yo, that's nice, man. Hey, I want to finish up with a couple last questions. All right, so the Longhorns, they in the playoffs. Who do you ride with? You on UT?
First off, I'm an Aggie, Texas A&M, but
I had to ask.
I'm with the Longhorns though. I'm from
Okay.
Texas.
Okay, all right. Because at the end of the day, it puts Texas on the map, right? So yeah. you put the rivalry aside, and you want everybody to know about Texas. Texas recruits, Texas players, because they all from where we from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I appreciate that. Here's one other thing. What you got on the Cowboys? They took a hard loss to the Dolphins.
Hey, it's football. It's like I say, it's NFL. Any given Sunday, somebody can lose. They getting paid to play, so it's football, man. They could go undefeated, then come to that game and lose.
Yeah,
they come with it.
So there was a lot of pressure this year on the Cowboys and what they do. If they make it to the NFC Championship, that's one game before the Super Bowl. If they make it that far, do we lead a team as it is with all the stress that's on the team, or do you say we may need some changes?
Need some changes. Yeah, next season they need some changes, man. They still they still got some work to do. They know that.
Let's get to two other things then. The NBA, the Houston Rockets, and the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to get to San Antonio, but yo, Houston, man, ain't nobody watching them. It ain't attractive to nobody. But then over in Dallas, you got Luka. Everybody is in on Luka. Who do you follow between those two the most?
Really, I really don't keep up with. Like, if I do keep up with them, I'll keep up with Dallas though, because of Luka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a Laker fan. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. Hey, yo, ain't nothing wrong, man. We need them all, man. Yo, sometimes that's more fun when you got a diversity of people versus we all cheering for the same team. I like it because we can have that rivalry. So when the Mavericks is playing the Lakers, they want to invite you over. You got to have a Mavs fan. You got to have a Lakers fan in the building. That makes it fun. All right. So then what about all the hype everybody had about Wembanyama coming down there with the Spurs? What do you think about that young dude, man?
It's overrated. It's overhyped to me.
Yeah.
It's overhyped.
Yeah. I'm you know what? I'm in agreement because they not winning with him.
Yeah.
If he came in and he done flipped it, and they winning, and then we could say, yo, now he needs some help, but they not winning, and he still need help.
Yeah, the Spurs need help, period.
Yeah, they do. All right, and then I want to finish with this last point. First of all, I want to say thanks for coming on today. Yo, this was awesome, man. This was a peek behind the scene because you always talk about other people, you always helping others, and now we get to learn about you. So we appreciate you for that.
Yes, sir.
Blogging. Do you ever get, I want to say, writer's block? Do you ever get to a point where it's hard for you to put it together?
Not sometimes, and sometimes not. I just gotta sit there, and then I say once my third eye opens up, and then it goes. Everything just flows once my third eye open up. Like right now, I'm over here getting some coffee, get off of here, get in there, sit down, and then boom, everything is going what I got to do today. Drop some more articles and stuff. You know, it comes to me natural.
Okay, see, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know how you get that flow going. If it's if you throw on some jazz music, I don't know. Like what do you got to put yourself in? But All right, man. So then you
smoke a little trees, get right, then I'm in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yo, this is Texas Hood Star News, everyone. Make sure that y'all give this brother your time and attention. How do we find you? Where can the listeners find, follow? Where are you at?
Okay. If people want to keep up with me personally, you can follow me on Facebook at Cameraman FEF. It's Cameraman FEF on Facebook. Then if you want to follow me on Instagram to see my work, it's Texas Hood Star News. And you keep on me there at Instagram, Texas Hood Star News on Instagram.
Yo, appreciate it. Man, this was awesome. I'm so glad that you took the time. You did this for me. You had some technical difficulties, but you didn't cancel. You still did this. You a real one. Yo, appreciate you. I'm hoping to see great things for you in 2024. I'm following. I'm a fan. So I'm a keep following, and I'm glad that you took this time with me today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk. This is my second one and many more to come.
Yeah. Let's do this, man. Let's get some more people so we can trumpet what you doing out here. Yo, have a great rest of the day.
Yes, sir. You too.